Hi everyone, I'm Danielle and today is day 53 of my 100-day video blog challenge. I appreciate you being here with me. I wanted to touch base today about the fact that it is the harvest full moon in Aries, and what's great about a full moon is it's a great time to release all the things that no longer serve you. And being that the full moon is in Aries, Aries is the first sign of the astrological calendar. It's pretty much like the beginning or the baby of the zodiac. So since it is a cardinal fire sign, cardinal is the starter, as and a fire sign is taking action. So Aries really is like a fire starter, and the full moon is a great time to start something brand new or to bring things to an end. Usually both, if you think about death and rebirth and the cycle of life. So if you think about the significance of what this full moon brings energetically, it is an opportunity to truly harness the energy of releasing and letting go of all of the things which no longer serve you. So as you continue to grow and use this as an opportunity for fresh beginnings, it's with that you have to let go of things that are not serving you, and that really does include people and circumstances that are not in alignment with your greatest good, because you can't carry that with you to start a new cycle. The cycle has to close out before you can start something new. So as you're moving on to betterment of yourself and you are working to achieve new goals and strive to accomplish new things, just leaving a shadow on my eyes. So if there are things in your life that are no longer serving you and not in alignment with where you're headed, you have to let it go. You have to release that because you're no longer in alignment with those things. So release it so you're not carrying it, because you can't ascend, you can't move up and increase and reach new heights if you're being dragged down by things that aren't going to help you get there. So if there are relationships, even if it includes friendships that have been in your life since you're young, like, don't maintain those relationships because of a feeling of obligation. Truly assess, are these relationships in my best interest and aligned with what I'm doing in this phase of my life and where I'm heading? And are they like-minded? And are they supportive? And are they nurturing? And is it beneficial mutually for both of us to remain in each other's lives? And if not, you have to either let them go entirely or establish really strong boundaries so that their energy is not preventing you from reaching new heights of where you're headed. So everything's energy, and you can't attract new abundance into your life if you're still being dragged down by things that are at a lower vibration, or if you're focused on new interests but yet your old interests, which no longer suit you or serve you or interest you, you can't keep playing in that pool. Like, you can't keep playing in that playground if over there is really where you want to be headed. So with that, it can sometimes be sad because you have feelings and memories and saying like, oh, well, this has been part of my life. And those relationships and those experiences are part of your life. They will always remain part of your life, but it doesn't mean that it needs to continue into this next phase of your life. You can express gratitude for what they have contributed to your life. You can be grateful for the experience and the knowledge and the role that played, and that those people played, and that the learning and growth played as part of your overall development as a good human being. And then you can bless it and say, thank you. Thank you for being part of my journey. Thank you for being part of my life. Thank you for being part of my memories. I'll always cherish you. I have new things to do, new goals to achieve, and new tasks to conquer. It doesn't mean that I don't wish you well. I do, but we're taking a different path now. So I wish you the best in your endeavors. Maybe you're going in an entirely different direction, but this is the time for us to part ways. So it doesn't have to be parted or separation with anger. It can be a simple bless and release. And, cherish that and honor that. And even the really volatile or damaging experiences that you had, there is still a way to achieve gratitude for those, because even if they were really hard times or really bad experiences, like say somebody betrayed you, or say somebody lied to you, or say somebody hurt you, or say somebody stole from you, like your relationship with that person or with that experience has changed you forever. So you'll learn and you'll grow from that. So maybe that person was placed in your life to teach you that lesson karmically. Maybe that's somebody that had to do that to you. Otherwise, you never would have learned that lesson. And you know that you'll never allow that to happen again because you remember how it feels. Like I remember when I was laid off, it was an awful experience. It came at the worst time possible for me financially, related to my house, related to my marriage. But had that not happened, that forced me to take another job. And that other job, I wanted a change of role. I could have went directly to the exact competitor if I wanted to, but I chose I was ready for a change. So I knew I wanted a change. That caused me to take a pay cut consciously. But then when I got to that new job, they actually weren't fully transparent with the expectations of what I would be making based on the pipeline. So there was some deception there. There was not full transparency there from what I thought I was taking versus what I took. And yeah, that didn't make me happy, but it forced my income to go from one level to another level. But then it also, in hindsight, eased my transition from executive corporate America down to entrepreneurialism. So it was I was forced to learn how to exist on less money and how to cut my expenses and how to be resourceful. So had that never happened, I probably never would become an entrepreneur, which led me to where I am now. I needed time and experience in between those experiences, as unpleasant as they were, and the transitions. But I needed time to be able to look back and say, well, had this not happened, then this and this and this could not have been possible. So the universe is really funny because it presents to us people and experiences that do change the course of our life. So even if the interaction or the experience is short-lived, it can change the entire trajectory or have an impact that has a cataclysmic shift or impact on your decisioning. Same thing with relationships. It can have that type of an impact. So even if somebody comes into your life for a brief moment, you could still express enormous gratitude for them and for that interaction, whether it was loving or whether it was painful, because that can leave a lasting impact. And say you had a painful relationship experience, well then you know that lesson is not anything you ever want to repeat. You have more knowledge now as to how to heed the warning signs or what to watch out for, or to recognize certain characteristics that aren't agreeable to what you want. So knowing what you don't want is just as important as knowing what you do want in terms of like what's going to be aligned with you. So as we start this new cycle, I encourage you all to let go of everything that is not in alignment with what you want and what no longer serves you. Let it go. Let it go, bless it, release it, write it down. You can burn it in a fire if you want. You can rip it up. You can send it out, into the water of the ocean if you want, whatever you want to do. But release it. Don't carry it with you because that's going to weigh you down and burden you. Let that go. Take the experience and get ready to start this new cycle with fresh goals and fresh ideas as to what you do want to attract. So use the wisdom, release the rest, and say good luck to you, and focus on what you do want to manifest moving forward. If it's a relationship, if it's a career goal, if it's friendships that you're looking to attract into your life, if it's new interests that you're looking to pursue, what are those goals going to be? So you could start fresh as we're entering into a new phase, and really think about the action steps that you want to take so that you can bring those dreams into reality, because you've just lightened your load. So really it's a clean slate opportunity. So think of this full moon at Aries, the beginning of the new zodiac astrological calendar, as a fresh clean slate for you. Okay, so I hope that this is helpful. I am sending you all many blessings and lots of good energy, and have a great day. Bye.